Ghosts of Koresh goes live August 5th. Yes! So we are now less than a month away from the new major patch, Ghosts of Koresh, which I'm very, very looking forward to, both in terms of the raid that we can expect. I really would like to fight Dementius, the boss that's the size of Stormwind. I'm so hyped about this. For just a like such a simple reason. It's so funny to me because I'm just imagining how this meeting went with the combat designers. They're like, okay, so we need to make this fight really epic. And we need to make it like super cool. Like, what kind of mechanics should we put in it to make it really feel like, okay, we could put in some void portals. We could put in some like suffocating like void zones. We can do like zone denial, you know, around. Like, what do you think? Maybe some tethers. Some guys like, make him big. What? Make him really big. Big. Just a really big guy. Huge. Like, how big can we make him? Bigger than Deathwing. Yes. So big. I'm here for that. That's what I want. I want to feel like an ant. Teeny tiny. Now, this is a really major and exciting patch because this is the last patch of the War Within expansion. And they said they're doing something different with the story this time that's going to be so hype and it's going to edge you so hard going into midnight. That's the goal of the story for this. They want to really impress upon you the severity of the situation and the existential threat that the void poses to the world. And I really hope that I really hope they can deliver. I really hope they can deliver. I think they can. Because, after all, we are visiting Koresh, a world that's already been chewed up and spat out by Dementius. Literally. Okay. What we're looking at on Koresh is basically a world that Dementius already sucked dry. Okay. He sucked all the juice out of it and spat it out like a sunflower seed. That's Koresh. And that's what's about to happen to Azeroth too. Okay, and so that's going to be pretty sick to go through all that story and maybe listen to some of the people that were there when it happened, right? There's going to be the new city hub. Tazavish, the Veiled Market, which is pretty awesome. The raid, which I'm hyped about. The Reshi Wraps. We're going to be able to like do this special phase shifting crap. Phase diving to see new things. It's gonna be fun for like finding secrets and stuff. Oh, that's the Reshi Wraps. Yes, the ethereal wraps. Really like the look of it. I really like the look of it. Now, they did also, of course, new delve, tons of content, basically. I love the look of this world though. I think it's very beautiful. Like this sand has this sort of opalescent moonstone effect on it. I think it's gorgeous. I cannot wait to run around there and take screenshots. Here's the raid unlock schedule. August 12th. Oh, dang. Week 3. That's my birthday. It's the 25th. We gonna raid? No, my birthday's the day before Week 3 opens. But, yeah. The Reshi Wraps. They did release also this new... Oh, there's a teaser. I haven't seen this yet. Okay, we need to watch that. The Doom of Koresh, the audio novella series. It's 3 chapters. I definitely recommend that you listen to it. I've already listened to it. I have listened to this entire thing, and ooh. It's definitely required going into Koresh. Make sure you listen to it before the patch. On August 5th, it is. You better listen to it before the patch because it gives you a lot of background information on the ethereals, on Koresh, why the ethereals are like that, why they mummified, like why is Dementius bad, all this stuff. It's very, very well told. I was kind of iffy about the way it ended, but you know, we can talk about that in the WoW spoilers channel in our Discord after you've done listening to it. The VA, the delivery for the VA is fantastic. It's not Metzen voicing it this time. It's Ray Porter, the voice of Locust Walker. Oh my god, he did such an amazing job. He did such an amazing job voicing this. And let me tell you something. I guess I'll give you a teaser. I'll give you a teaser now that I've listened to it. This is not a spoiler. How can I tell you that? I definitely think of the Locust Walker a little different after hearing all this. Okay. Locust Walker, I don't know how else to say this. This guy, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I just don't know how else to say that. That's what you'll learn from. That's what you'll learn. There are parts of this that were quite steamy. Okay, there was more than one part that was pretty spicy. Like, it's spicier than I would have expected from Blizzard. There were some moments that there was a lot of subtext. Okay. Yeah. That's all. So, just you know. Maybe that will make you interested to listen to it. But it also, it's honestly a horrifying story. You know, if you know anything about the ethereals, you're aware Koresh was, you know, like I just said, eaten by Dementius. And the way that they had to survive was to become like what we know ethereals are. They weren't always like that. They used to be, you know, flesh and blood. And this tells the horrifying story of how they went from being flesh and blood with skin. And I think maybe that's why there was some steamy parts, right? To remind you that they used to be flesh, you know? But then they have this horrific transformation. And it's not pretty. It is scary. You know what it kind of reminded me of? Have you ever seen, if you've ever seen The Twilight Zone, if you've ever seen the episode called The Midnight Sun, this reminded me of that a little bit. I love this episode of Twilight Zone. So in this episode, it's basically like the end of the world and the sun is out at midnight. The sun is out at all times because the cosmos are wrong. Like everything's wrong. And it's this unnerving sense that everything is going to end now because the nature is no longer working the way that it's supposed to because we have this horrible wrongness in the sky. That's kind of the vibe I got. So I think that should be enough to, you know, maybe pique your interest in listening to it. I love that they keep releasing these. I hope that they keep doing the audio novellas for the patches. It's fantastic. I've loved listening to this because now I have way stronger connection to Locust Walker than I did. But yeah, there's no spoilers. There's no spoilers. Yeah, that should be just enough to let you know because obviously it's about Koresh. It's called the Doom of Koresh, and we know that was also kind of a creepy thing about listening is we know what's going to happen to Koresh. And that it adds this like shadow over it all. This horrible shadow. Yes, the void is the worst thing in WoW. I think that's the worst threat that there is. I don't think that there's anything worse than the void. Okay, so now that I told you that, let's move on. Oh, the trailer! Yeah, trailer. I haven't seen this. Now, before I start this, I've been informed that, so this is the official teaser trailer. They just released it 2 hours ago for the upcoming patch. However, they have made the decision, maybe the questionable decision, to include in this teaser footage from a cutscene, story cutscene, that's going to be in the campaign. Okay. So you might consider it a spoiler. I'm going to warn you that now. I will choose to watch it because they made the decision to make this their teaser trailer. So in my mind, this is expected for you to watch it before going into the patch. But I understand not everybody might be comfortable with that, and it does seem like a very weird choice, but you know, it is what it is, and I think it's okay because it's generally my take on it is if a company releases official promotional materials in the lead up to a patch or something, all that is fair game. Like I don't consider that a spoiler because they made a decision. That's part of your marketing. But I'm warning you. I'm warning you beforehand. Yeah. Personally, I hate when story is outside the game. So I've been thinking about that a little bit too, Lord Zik. And with World of Warcraft, they are in a little bit of a pickle. And I was thinking about this a lot because of the Arathi quest, which I've enjoyed a lot. And I especially enjoyed Chris Metzen's audio novella reading of the thing that they released, the Heartland series that they released right before the Arathi Highlands quest that we just got at 1117. Now, whenever I was listening to the Heartland series, I got the distinct impression that it felt like if this were FF14, everything that happened in that novella would be many cutscenes will now play in sequence. And it would just be in the game, cutscenes that we spend 10, 20, 30 minutes, an hour or more playing through and watching. That is how all of that would be handled. It was like good quality, important lead up into the events. But in World of Warcraft, I don't think it can work right now. Maybe it's something that they could do in the future once they have more people that are interested in like getting deeper into story. But WoW's environment is very, very different. And it's just hard to imagine asking players to sit through cutscenes like we're used to doing in 14. I think it would be nice for them to do something like that optionally, as something. But for now, that's kind of what they're giving us through the audio novellas, like Heartlands and like, Doom of Koresh. This is a way for people like me to get that extra story. And I don't know if there's enough of us yet to justify, full ass, like the resources that it takes to make the full cutscenes in game. And I honestly think the way they're doing it now is fine, so long as the questing that is in game gives you all the information that's necessary to understand what's happening. And so far, that's been the case. But if it crosses the line where there's stuff happening in external materials that you need to know to understand what's going on in the game, that's a huge problem. That happened with Garrosh and the books. It was horrible the way they handled this. There was a whole trial that happened in books that we needed to know about. That's totally unacceptable. So I think they need to be, careful and deliberate about how they share this kind of story. But it's something that, yeah. Okay.
Dimensius's power grows stronger every moment, Locust Walker. Your mysterious ally's information
is proven
quite valuable in this fight. It's time we were introduced. But Illyria, we've already met.
No! We need her!
I see you haven't changed at all.
What?
You have joined forces with her! Have you lost your mind?
We are desperate. If Dimensius is revived, then all worlds will be devoured.
You broke my dark heart, Illyria. Without it,
I cannot prevent Dimensius's return.
What?
Not on my own.
This is madness. We cannot trust her.
I'm not asking you to trust her. I'm asking you to trust me.
Okay. Let's just finish. Let's let it play out. Oh, that's it. Oh my god. This is insane. This is insane. So, Locust Walker is going to ally with Zalatath because Zalatath promises to stop Dimensius if she has the dark, but doesn't. Okay, that seems like not a good idea. But then again, like, can't we stop Dimensius by fighting him in the raid? Like, isn't that what we're gonna be doing? Why do we need Zalatath's help? All we need is 20 people in a raid, right? To like throw shit at it. Usually that's what works. So what? Yeah. I bet what she's gonna want to do is get the Dark Heart and become the next Dimensions. She'll be Zalatath the All-Devouring. And so she'll be like, oh yeah, I got rid of Dimensions, but now because he was going to take my food. You know, she wants to eat the world herself. And for her, Dimensius would be like a competitor. Yeah. We'll see how this plays out in the game. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. Obviously we're missing key information, which is what is her plan here? But can you even trust anything that she says? What if she doesn't matter what she says her plan is. But what's crazy to me is how Locust Walker made the decision to trust her. Or to listen to her. That's the thing that I'm really, really interested about. Especially now that I've listened to the Doom of Koresh audio series, which you should. I just spent like 20 minutes talking about it. I do actually trust his judgment after that. For the most part, seems like reasonable and a smart person. So, I don't know. I guess we have to wait. What do people say in the comments? Quentin Tarantino must be behind this. Trusting Zalatath after she destroyed my favorite city will be no small feat. Oh man, that's great. That's great. We like that. Oh my god. Not her feet within the first 15 seconds of the trailer. This is all the comments are about feet. Everything. Everything's about feet. We've been here before, Jaina. I do not trust Sylvanas Uther, and trust me. Oh god, don't say that. Don't say that. No, it's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense. It makes sense. Do not worry. Yeah, it's totally gonna make sense. Playable ethereals. Do you think they should do that? I think so. Just go ahead. I mean, we already have like 1,000 allied races. To all the people confused. Yeah. The patch, it's gonna explain. But this is kind of, look. I feel like this is kind of a problem of using the cutscene footage just raw for a teaser. I don't know if it's that smart of an idea because you're missing context. People are going to jump to conclusions. They might then go into the story with some preconceptions and judgments already made before going through the story that you're trying to tell. So I don't really think this is a wise strategy, personally. It's better to just make an actual teaser trailer, take a couple of crazy lines, like just only like maybe Locust Walker saying, "Don't trust me, you don't have to trust her, trust me," and then like do some crazy transitions and shots of Koresh. You know what I mean? That's what I kind of think you should be doing. Don't just copy paste a you know, 1 minute of the entire cutscene for this. I don't think that's wise in the long term. That's just my take on that. Okay. Yeah. Tasha, I think you're right. Which does give me a little concern. But we'll see. Oh, this is big news. This is big news right here. The big XP buff and up to double reputation Winds of Mysterious Fortune returns. Big XP buff is huge. I know for our vastly new player community and all of your alt armies that you might need for mount farming. You might have quickly discovered over the last week of Collector's Bounty that having an alt army, if you have one, this is your time to shine, because every character is another chance at mounts. Do you know the real reason why I've gotten so many damn mounts in the past week? Because I have like 1,000 characters, and so I can just kill a boss, log out, kill the boss, log out, kill the boss. Yeah. So it's not bad to have. This is like, finally, I'm paid off for all of my altaholic tendencies. But yeah. So how's this gonna work? You can get Mysterious Satchel. Contains items. Stat boosts. Visual alterations. Chance for bonus gear per level. This should be happening already. We just had a whole discussion about this. This should be default. Okay, like it could give you gear. It's like, this is stuff everyone needs. Like, not as an event, but all the time. Guys, pristine Mysterious Satchels. First satchel you get will be pristine. Yeah, this should be all the time. And this is what's going to give you buffs. XP buff. It's also going to give you 200% to major faction renown in Dragonflight zones. Ooh, that's good, because we know for a fact from the housing that the Dragonflight meta achievement will give you a cool furniture. We know this. This has already been confirmed. They mentioned it a few times. So if you haven't done your Dragonflight meta achievement, I think it does require renown completion too. So that would be the time to get those all done. Go do your Dragonflight renown if you haven't done it yet. Sick. Just a FYI, that's a good little piece of info. Other piece of info here. So it's actually August 6th. Was I wrong? August 5th. Well, what? Maybe this was for EU. Maybe it's just difference between EU or NA. I'm so excited to explore Koresh, genuinely. The Void Elf players will be eating good. It's just an overall list of all the stuff that we can expect. Now, we don't need to get into this. I've already covered it. We're going to be talking about it a lot over the next month.